This is early. I'm worried about my connection. Keeps on going in and out. I know I'm kind of whispering because everyone's asleep. I have plans today, so I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to do a live today, so let me just go on early. I just keep checking this connection. It's it's funny you say that, Marta. 1346. I have no idea what that means. Am I missing something? Good morning, Ryan. Good morning from Texas. Right there. Hi from Ireland. Good morning from Colorado. Good morning, Wes. Hi, Ed. How are you, Ed? Oh, Patty, that's so funny. Patty, when I listen to my audios and I go to sleep, especially the meditation one, my friend, someone will be in my dream, like a friend of mine or a family member, and they'll be saying the audio to me. It's so funny. We'll be sitting there hanging out, just doing something, and they'll be speaking the audio to me right next to me. That's what happens when you go to sleep. That's why I try to keep my so when you're asleep you have no resistance, right? But I also try to keep my audios with the least amount of resistance, right? That's why I always say and this is the truth, right? Once you understand how this reality works, your most abundant timeline is happening right now in every area of your life, including whatever you're manifesting, right? The best version of it is happening now, right? So when you can really get that, your most abundant version, your most abundant reality, your most abundant timeline is happening now, and there only is now. There's no resistance in that. There only is now. Your most abundant, your best, your richest, your most successful timeline is happening now. And there only is now. There only is now. So you're only making the best of now, right? So like that's what I try to do, like with my audios, is make them very the least amount of resistance to really help you guys understand this, how easy this truly is. Hi, Kaylin. Oh, where are you, Ed? Yeah, so I'm up early, guys, and I'm whispering because my kids are sleeping. We're going to go get our Christmas tree today. So, and we're leaving kind of early because we go somewhere to get it. Honestly, I like the real trees, but the kids still like no, I get it mixed up. The kids like the real trees. I like the fake trees. Anyway, so that's the plan today. Oh, thanks, Kaylin. So I'm up early. I wanted to do a live, though, still with you guys. If he comes back, So Keely, to me, just your question alone is you're not even, you see, you have to focus more on this moment now and just knowing it's going to come in. You're too focused on a manifestation right now. Even with that comment, you're too focused on a manifestation. So with my practice, it's like that. Don't even worry about that. You just bring your attention and focus back to this moment and know that everything's making its way to you in the best way possible, right? Because there's resistance in that. Anytime you're like, oh, doubt, worry, concern, confusion, Keely, and for any of you guys, you want to bring your attention and focus back to this moment. Okay, there I go, giving my power away. You're giving your power away. Even that question is giving your power away. Bring yourself back to this moment. What can I do now to feel good? What can Keely do to feel good? Hi, Mike. Good morning. Me too, love. I got my first fake tree a few years ago, and I just fell in love with it. It was like perfect. The lights, how it was pre-lit, and just like everything about it, like the way that I could just put it together myself and set it up when I wanted to. Set it up early, like December 1st. But my kids, they like the fake. So, I mean, I try to gear towards what they kind of want and what, because once they grow up, I can have all the fake trees I want. Your best life is done. Arthur said, what's done? I feel like my tea is getting warm already. That's okay. That's all right, Keely. Like it's like we need those reminders. We need okay, so it's about getting yourself back into the present moment all the time. So whenever you're thinking about a manifestation, you're not in the present moment. You only need to know that it's done, and that's it, and it's making its way to you. You only need to know that what you want is done. Whatever you want is done. It's making its way to you. Your job is to keep bringing your attention and focus back to this moment now with the life you're living now, right? In this very moment with what you're doing now. So that's how present you want to be. That's flow. That's what's going to release all your suffering. That's when you start to feel happy. That's when you start to become fulfilled on your own, is when you're living in the present moment. That's where all your power is. So it is really, all my practices are helping you become present. But there's so much knowledge now because we know so much more now. So it's not just I'm living in the present moment, accepting what is. No, you know those things are making their way to you. And the best way I can explain it is that these things, it just starts to happen. My most recent audio coming out, guys, is going to explain this a little bit more on how some things you can, it's very obvious. It's very obvious when things are changing, your life is getting better. You're moving towards best and better because you are becoming more present. But some things you really can't see unfolding, right? But it has to be enough that your life is getting better now. That's what's going to bring those things in the best way possible. So I always say, it's a practice that takes practice, but it comes to the point where, Mike, I know you're saying you're tired, but it comes to the point where, if you're tired and feel like you're fighting a battle, you're still resisting, right? You're still fighting with this moment. You're not flowing with it yet. And it does take practice to just go with the flow and not fight against this moment, because we are so reactive. It's easier for us to fight against this moment, right? So if you're still feeling like you're fighting or you're exhausted or this is just, draining me, it's because you're still resisting this moment. You're still fighting against this moment. You're not flowing with this moment. That's all. It's self-explanatory, because this life, this reality, it's a mirror. It's a mirror. Everything's always reflecting back to you where you're at, right? It doesn't lie. It doesn't lie. It's all based on if something's still affecting you or not, right? So if you're still feeling exhausted, tired, struggling, you're just not in flow. You have to be consistent with the practices. Me blocking people, guys. I gotta get to work this morning. How would I live in the present moment of manifesting a health condition away? But it's confusing. Okay, so Keely, you're in the present moment, right? You know more now. You know you're moving towards better. You know you're moving towards the best version of you. That has to be enough. But you can't keep telling this story. I'm not healthy. I'm sick. Right? I know I'm moving towards better. I know I'm getting better. Right? You're not in the present moment if you're dwelling on your discomfort, right? This is like my daughter, like yesterday or a day ago, she's like, "Oh, my back hurts." But she doesn't make a big deal about it. She doesn't keep talking about it. She just lightly says, "Oh, my back hurts." And then she knows it's going to go away, right? And then we watch a movie and she's like, "Oh my God, I wasn't even focused on my back pain because I was watching a movie that I enjoyed," right? So you have to stop bringing these things to light and giving them so much power. How do I manifest my health condition away? Well, you know how this reality works. You know you're moving towards best and better, right? Right? Unless you don't believe in that, right? Unless you don't believe it. Hi, Amanda. What stories are you constantly telling yourself? Oh, I don't know how this doesn't work. How do I manifest this health condition away? This is hard. I'm struggling. I'm exhausted. What are the stories what are the excuses? Hi, Cece. Right? I know this is harsh, but like even me, I had to come to terms with what excuses am I making right now to keep me from living my best life right now? What excuses am I making? We make the excuses. We do it to ourselves to keep ourselves exactly where we're at. We keep ourselves where we're at. Only you can keep yourself where you're at. No one else can do it because it's only you having this experience. Anything outside of you is giving you an opportunity to move towards better or to keep you where you're at. Remember that. Anything that's happening around you, person, place, or thing, is giving you an opportunity to keep you where you're at or move you towards best and better. That's your choice, right? You can sit there and complain about it, or you can get calm, get quiet, relax your body, and put a little positive twist on it. I know this is moving me towards best and better. I can make the best of this moment, right? Like I said, I can give you guys tips and tricks, but it's up to you in the end. I can only give people the advice, right? And how it's worked for me and changed my life and other people's lives. Hi, Kate. It's 7 a.m. here, Cece. I know it's early because I have plans today. I have plans. So I was like, I want to do a live with you guys before I go out and do my day with my kids. How are you, Kate? So when it comes to our health and our, the pains in our body, yes, now that you know you're moving towards healthy, but you have to start telling a different story. I know I'm getting better, right? If anybody asks you how you're doing, how you're feeling, I'm getting better, I'm improving every day, and you got to tell yourself that as well. So there are those little slight shifts that you can make, right? Just not speaking about your problems is huge. That's huge. Do not vent. Do not speak about your problems. If anybody asks you how you're doing, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Listen, I tell people this. My whole world flips upside down. Anybody asked me how I was doing? Doing great. Everything's great. Always. That was it. That was my story, and I stuck with it. People stopped asking me because I was always going to say great, right? I love it, Kate. Use it to your advantage. So, like, I really don't get sick anymore. But, like, as I was as I was doing these practices, I would get, like, run down every now and then. But I would always use it to my advantage. I'd be like, you know what? This is because my body's releasing a lot of things that don't serve me right now. I have to rest. I have to get lots of rest. So, like, I would use it to my advantage. So, use it to your advantage. Can I still visualize me healed, or is that not living in the present? So Keely, so the more you do these practices, so I always say there's resistance in doing techniques, right? So even sometimes visualizing yourself being healed, you can give yourself some resistance, because then you can come back to your life now and you can be like, oh my God, you can become so aware of the unwanted, of what isn't it, how it isn't how you want it to be, right? So you can do those things, but you just have to be aware enough to know this isn't working for me. That's how I knew techniques didn't work for me, because I was too aware of what was in my reality, which it wasn't what I was visualizing. It wasn't the techniques I was doing, right? It was the awareness of the opposite was there. Not only that, because I did manifest that way, when I would bring those things in eventually, after persisting, I wasn't happy. It all comes down to feeling good now. Everything else will manifest. You only have to feel good now. Everything, like I always try to explain it, like, it's going to manifest in the best way possible for you if you can just make the best of where you're at, right? But yes, you can do things that feel good. If that feels good to you, do it. You can do it. But if it's causing you any resistance, stop. Just be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. You know what? Maybe this isn't working for me. So Marie, when wait, let me see what Cece said. Yes, Cece, it is normal. I used to get the craziest dreams about my manifestations. It'd be like bad, and so it's to me. Hold on. Sorry, the connection. Whenever I was dreaming about my manifestations, sometimes I just felt like if they were not good, it was because I'm too focused on the manifestation again. But if they were good, I just use it to my advantage, right? I'd use it to my advantage. But if I was like dreaming bad about them, I was like, you know what? I'm probably too focused on them. But yes, it's very normal. So Marie, my practices are going to help you be more present, right? So just doing relaxing practices. Thanks, Kirk. Thank you. Doing relaxing practices, Marie, will help you become more present. So doing things like this, like what I'm doing right now, I have my cup of tea, I have my blanket, and I'm just relaxed right now, like sitting down talking to you guys. This is a practice to be in the present moment. This will help you. So relaxing practices will help you become more present. Thanks, Kirk. Also, moving slower throughout your day, taking your time getting ready. Thank you, Kirk. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get ready. Thanks, Kirk. Oh my God. So for me, like, I knew I had plans today, but I wanted to still do a live with you guys. I still like to do my TikTok stuff, right? So I make sure I get up early enough and I do those things, right? So things like that, like, but make sure I give myself plenty of time to get ready, plenty of time to like do these types of things. So it's all about like giving yourself that time, taking your time. Before, when I was working, I would get up early to meditate. So I had to squeeze that in because it was very important to me to stick to these practices, right? So I would always get up like super early and make sure I was meditating, make sure I had time for myself. Those types of practices help you become more present. But it's a forever practice. It does get easier. It does get easier. A bottle of OK pills. Never heard of those. Ah, Mike, I love that, Mike. Yes, right, Susan. And another thing, and I'm so glad you said that, Susan, because you can still move quick throughout your day, guys, and still be in flow, though. Because I have many times where I'm just like, I'm just having such a good day and it's flowing, but I'm moving pretty fast. I'm like, kind of moving fast throughout my day, but I'm still in flow. It's still very, things are running very smooth for me and things are going my way and it's very obvious. But still, like, I do remind myself, okay, just relax, take a breath, take a break, right? You can take a break, you can stop. That's a good start, Rudy. Meditation, how I started with everything was meditation. Started all of these practices. Started with meditation. Started with adding some breath work. No problem, Marie. Sitting out in the sunshine, Marie. I know I can't sit out in the sunshine now because it's cold, but things like that. Things sitting in, relaxing in the bathtub, soaking your feet, like those things. That's like a really powerful energy to be in. So that's the thing, Vendi. That's the thing. Like, you're too fixated and focused on needing something still to be a certain way to feel better, right? There's many ways I can say it. So you got to bring your focus and awareness back to yourself again. You're giving your power away. When you're focused on the unwanted again, not only are you too focused on needing something to be a certain way to feel good, you're giving your energy away. You're giving your power away. So, Vendi, you got to bring your attention and focus back to this moment now and how you can feel good now. That's the practice. You got to be able to feel good no matter what is happening around you. That's how things start to come in right. Like I said, my practice is non-reaction, which means if something is showing up that doesn't feel good, it's affecting you still, you have a belief there. You have a belief there that's not matching what you want. So you have to find a way to see that differently. You have to relax your body, get calm, shift the energy again, find other ways to feel good on your own. That's when things start to work in your favor, right? So Kate, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be honest. Everything that has come so far with me and my audios and my ebooks has been 100% intuitive. I have not followed anyone. Everything's been organic. I have I don't know how they do it. Like, it's been all intuitive, Kate. Like, everything, even when it comes to my sales and all that, it's been all just from me. I don't follow anyone else. I don't pick up what they do. And I think that's what it is. Like, you'll have your own way to do things, Kate, and you'll find your own way and what works for you and what's comfortable for you, right? Even just marketing that took me practice. That took me time. Marketing took me time, and I'm still learning and growing. You're always going to be learning and growing. So you'll find your own way. It's my connections. That's why I keep pausing, because I'm watching it turn red. It's this damn spot. It's because it's that spot, but I love that spot. It's just so comfy. So it's like, I gotta go back to this, but I mean, if I discount my product, surely that's emitting the energy of, I think. That's just too much in your head, I think, Kate. Overthinking it. But if there's resistance in it, then don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Don't do it. Like I said, I just do what feels right for me. Hi, Heather. This spot is better connection. It's just not as comfy as my couch spot. It's 7:12 here, Heather. Like I said, Kate, don't do it yet. You'll find a way. Like, you'll find your own way over time, where there's no resistance in it. Like I said, like if I ever was hesitant or I wasn't sure, I'd just be like, all right, it's not time yet, right? Because remember this, Kate, it brings up a really good point, Kate. Nothing has meaning. Remember that. They're meanings that you've picked up over time. They're beliefs that you picked up over time that, oh, if I discount my stuff, I'm devaluing myself and my stuff. So just always remember that. Go back to remember that, oh, nothing has meaning. These are just meanings that I'm picking up. So that's why I said you'll find your own way. No, it's not a makeup live. Honestly, my makeup, I feel like it's crazy today because I didn't do it in the natural light because it was too dark. So I normally do my makeup in the natural. I like the light. I like the natural light. And I had to do it with just like one of those light things. So I don't really, I'm not loving it today. We talking about manifestation. Living your best life. Good morning. Holistic. I'm thinking about getting my blanket, but my puppy looks so cozy next to it. So Ivan, that's a product of, again, it's a product of bringing people in and you're manifesting and then you're still triggered because you're too focused on a manifestation. You have to feel good on your own. This is why I say you got to feel good without the manifestations first. How do you deal with constant feeling of having to do? You have to bring yourself back to this present moment. You're just too much in your mind, Al. Relax your body more, do more relaxing practices. Remind yourself that you don't have to do. Remind yourself that you don't have to do anything. There's nothing you have to do. You have to get yourself out of that energy first, and then you'll start moving into things that are more in alignment with you, Al, and you're going to want to do. Right now, that's part of our programming because we've been programming that we have to go to school. We have to go to work every day. We have to go do these things. These are rules. These are part of our society, and if we don't do them, then we're bad, we're wrong, we're not productive, right? So you got to break that programming down first. So that's what I did. I did a lot of nothing for a while. I had to work my way into being able to do a lot of nothing, but one thing led to the next. So I had to do a lot of nothing so things that were more in alignment with me could come in. So now what I do is what I love to do. I can't wait to get up every day and do what I do now, right? So I still do, but I don't realize I'm doing it because I love it. right? So it's about breaking those programmings down. How you do that is you have to do a lot of relaxing practices. You have to, even if you are in a place where you have to go to work every day, or you have to do something you don't absolutely love, you have to find time in between to relax. You have to find time in between to meditate. You will get moved out of those things. One thing will lead you to the next, and you'll start doing things that are more in alignment with you. Yes, Ivan, yes. It's 100% about you. It's all you having this experience, right? Those relationships, those things, guys, they're just all experiences, right? You're not working on yourself, guys, right? That's not what we're doing. We're not working on ourselves. We're just feeling good now with the life we're living now. You got to learn how to feel good. There's so much here you can work with. There's so much here you can work with that doesn't feel good to you, right? That you can show yourself that I can feel good no matter what's happening around me. That's where you start to really see true change in your life. You're making the best of where you're at, knowing you're moving towards best and better, right? So this person in your life that you said you've manifested, they're back into your life, they're still arguing, you're still this. Well, you have to learn how to do these practices. You got to get calm in those moments. You got to get quiet in those moments. You got to relax your body in those moments, right? But right now you're reactive to those moments. When you're reactive to those moments, when you're affected by it, you keep it alive. It's very simple, right? This is why, again, my practices are so powerful, because they're helping you turn the volume down on those moments, right? When something's affecting you, when something's upsetting you, when something's bothering you, right? So now it's like somebody's bothering me, somebody's negative, well, in those moments, no, they're not. I'm just going to get quiet. I'm going to get calm. I'm going to relax my body. I'm just going to allow that moment to pass. And you just keep doing that over and over again. That's called flow. It's keeping yourself in the flow. It's not fighting with this moment. You're not resisting this moment. You're not arguing with this moment. You're going with the flow in this moment. Even if it doesn't feel good, you're learning how to make the best of it, going with the flow with it. That's how these things fade out of your life and you move towards best and better. You're not working on yourself, guys. There's no self-concept work. There's none of that. You're just feeling good with where you're at, no matter what's happening around you. You're learning how to feel good no matter what's going on around you. You're adjusting to the life you're living now. You adjust to it for now. You make the best of it. That's what moves you towards more, right? You're making the best of where you're at now, knowing you're moving towards all those things. But you need to practice feeling good no matter what is happening around you. That's the practice. That's the easiest way to go about it. There's no self-concept work. There's no doing things to manifest. There's no persisting. There's no work involved. It's just, how can I make the best of this moment? How can I make the best of the life I'm living now? How can I make the best of the job I'm at now? Because I know what I'm moving towards. I know I'm moving towards my most abundant life, right? Hi, Ashley. Yeah, so for me, Roberto, it wasn't about that, actually. It wasn't about like taking action towards my goals. No. Like, because then you're still in that action mindset and you're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna get burnt out. So even if you think like, I know I want to do this and this is what I want to do, I'm just gonna start taking action towards it, you're still taking too much action. You're gonna burn out. You have to take that pause in between. I was doing a lot of nothing. I mean, that may be for you, Roberto, but a lot of people, this is what happens. They get in that action, that doing energy, and I'm going to work hard to achieve my goals. And then they get these things and they're still not happy, right? So they get the money, they get the successes start coming in. They're burnt out and they're still not happy, right? So it's really about practicing happy. It's about practicing happy now. Oh, thanks, Freyer. Oh, I'm sorry, Emma. So just know, so there's a few things when it comes to death. First, it's knowing that she didn't really truly leave you. She's still with you, right? Because nothing's separate from us, including your mom. Nothing's separate from us. but also knowing that you can still miss the physical presence of her. You're going to miss her physical presence, and to grieve. Just like anything. Like, I would never tell someone not to grieve. I lost both my parents, right? So I get that. But you'll grieve, but you'll still do the practices. You'll still relax. You'll still like, hold space for yourself in those moments. Same thing as when you're in a lower energy. No different, Emma. Oh, thanks, John. Yeah, so someone asked this question yesterday. Can you still think about your manifestation? You kind of are, like, all the time, because this is the thing, guys. Like, again, nothing is separate from nothing. My battery. So yes, you can think about it, but are you giving that more energy than giving that energy to yourself? Or are you giving your power away, right? So you'll know the difference. You have to be honest with yourself, Al. Like, am I just thinking about this way too much? Am I giving my power away right now? And you just be honest with yourself, right? Am I starting to deplete? Am I starting not to feel good thinking about it right now? So it all comes with, again, being honest with yourself in those moments. Hi, kindness and compassion coach. How can I manifest someone to move back in my town fast? So, Cece, were you listening to the audio? Because I feel like that's when I started having the dreams about the manifestations. So no, like, don't be like fast, like it has to come now, right? Let things evolve the way they're supposed to, Georgiana. Just know you're moving towards it, and you got to focus on this moment. You can't need something to be a certain way in order for you to feel better. You'll never be happy. You'll never be happy, and I don't teach people that. So for me, it's you have to feel good with where you're at. Know you're moving towards whatever you want, best way possible. There's a million different ways that this thing can manifest, but you have to focus on you, and you have to focus on feeling good on your own, not needing something to come in a certain way, in a certain time, you're trying to control an outcome. You're trying to control, and you're never going to be happy living a life trying to control outcomes all the time. And when it comes to, so you just know, like, right, Jeremy? Like, I know that reality exists for me. I know it's done in this moment, right? And that's it. Now I feel good now. I make the best of where I'm at now. To hang my reality license and seek out spiritual healing. I'm Mary. Hi, Mary. Wait, is this the right time to hang my reality license? Oh, your reality license. No. So here's the thing about when we're moving towards, like, knowing we're unlimited, we can be doing anything we want, and we may find ourselves not very happy with where we're at, Mary. Well, is it going to cause you more discomfort to leave? To be done with your reality license. So it's all about resistance. If that's going to cause you more discomfort, no, stay where you're at and do the practices where you're at. I did the practices where I was at my job. I did all these practices with where I was at my job, right? Working very long hours. I got up early in the morning. I did a meditation practice. I added breath work. I would do breath work throughout the day while I was working. And then I would come home. I would right away listen to Abraham Hicks, listen to something like that, mostly Abraham. And then I would do relaxing practices. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I would soak in the bath. I would take naps. I would meditate. I mean, I had kids. I had other things to do too, but I would always find time. So if you leave something, is it going to give you more resistance? I would never say, yep, just leave everything, start from scratch. No, it's my practices are more of a gradual, natural shift. It's not a shock to your system. Like, oh my God, although that kind of feels like what happened in my life a little bit, but it's really just, it's going to be a gradual shift to everything. Gradual, natural shift. Does that make sense, Mary? Yeah, and I think, Roberto, that we forget about that. Like, the more, it took me a while to get to a place where I was like actually able to be truly happy, like in this very moment, and find happiness in this very moment. It's like we're always giving our energy to so many other things. So it takes practice, but I mean, it took practice for me. Is it best to just breathe if that's what relaxes us when we start? Yes. So Jeremy, this is a practice that I have done and still do. And it's relaxing your face, right? Relax your face, drop your shoulders, and just like breathe out, repeat. Because we carry a lot of tension in our jaw. We don't even realize it, like clench our teeth. And then you drop your shoulders and you just let your body fall. That's enough. If you can do that throughout the day and keep doing it throughout the day, you're going to see major shifts in your reality, positive shifts in your reality, just by relaxing your body, literally just by relaxing your body. Sometimes I get eager for it to calm in, but then I realize how the thing about it is you're eager because it's when you're eager for something, like when you're like, I want this thing, I need this thing to get here, I want it to get here, you're still like needing something to be a certain way to feel good. So your full power is in this moment with where you're at now and making the best of where you're at now. So it's a lot of settling yourself down into this moment. Those things are coming. They're coming, and they're coming in great. They're going to be amazing, right? They're going to be amazing. You're going to grow and expand with those things, right? But your power is you're in full power when you're in this. I say, like, invest it in this moment now with what you're doing now. So that's the practice. So at first, it's a lot of settling yourself down into this moment, right? So like I explain it as, what's a good way to explain it? When you're in a very long line at the grocery store, right? And you're just like, oh my God, I just want to get out of here. There are the times you just want to chill and just calm yourself down and just relax. Don't even pick up your phone, like, to distract yourself. Just, you know what, I can actually just be here. I can bring all the energy back to myself right now, and I can just be. Like, there are the types of practices that helped me. I don't really that's as far as I go. I just go as far as my zodiac sign. That's it. I don't get into like, I like tarot readers, but like I have like one girl that I like. Her messages are really short, and like that's it. Like, she's so positive, like, and she doesn't go into any detail or say like all those negative people that are in your life, they're gonna, like, I'm careful about the readings and the tarot readers that I listen to. So there's like one girl that I love. She's super positive. Her message is like 2 seconds long, and she pops up on my newsfeed every now and then on here. So just use your discernment in those moments. If anybody's telling you like, oh, all those people are going to burn, all the people that weren't standing by you, and they're going to get their karma, they're the things I stay away from. Anything that has a vibe like that in it, I keep scrolling. So it's not about do you believe, it's about what is reflecting back to you, right? So just always remember that this life is a mirror. Everything's reflecting back to you where you're at, versed on if it's affecting you or not. If it's like, ooh, wow, that affected me a little bit. That's when you know, okay, I might have I do have a belief system that's not matching what's best for me. That's all that's for. That's all life is for, is to let you know that you may have a belief system that is out of whack with what you came here for, your best life. I have my ex back, but I'm constantly triggered by his old habits. See, this is a thing, and no offense to you, Mariah, this is such a common question I get. I get this question so much from people that have done things to manifest a person back in their lives. And this is why. It's because you focus so much on this manifestation, and you persisted in this manifestation, and you got it, right? And I don't know if that's what you did, but this is what most people are doing. But you didn't do the only practice that needs to be done, which is feel good on your own. So if you're not feeling good on your own, of course you're going to manifest things into your life, and you're not going to be happy with them, because you need to practice feeling good on your own. That's the practice. Everything you want's done. It's coming to you either way, but you got to feel good on your own first. You're not going to be happy in a relationship if you're not able to feel good on your own. Any relationship. Money, job, nothing. None of that stuff's going to make you happy. This person's not going to make you happy. You got to make you happy. So this is where my practices come in. You have to learn how to feel good with where you're at. And that's it. That's literally it. But that's where my practices help people with. That's all my practices. I am a Scorpio. Does that make sense, Mariah? All the time I get these questions. People are teaching you how to persist in a manifestation. Because all people are doing out there is teaching you how to get something. I can help you get this manifestation. This is how you manifest. This is how you get. Everything's done. Your best possible reality is happening right now. It's done right now. You just got to feel good now. That's all you have to do. You only have to practice happy now. That's all your job is. And more people are becoming aware of that. More people are becoming aware. Oh, we got a lot of Scorpios up in here. I always thought I had the best sign. I'm like, I got the best zodiac sign. That's why I like zodiac signs, because I like my sign. I know, CC, right? It was where they were like bombarded on your like YouTube or your TikTok or whatever, like, your social media site. I got pins and needles. I have to charge my phone for a little bit, so I might not get the best connection here. My phone was going to die, guys. I'm not cooking today because I won't be here. So I'll probably get like fast food or something. Are you cooking today, Cece? I did my eyebrows different today and I can't stop looking at them. I'm not sure if I like them, honestly. Yes, thank you. I've been able to persist, but I've struggled with feeling good in the now. Yeah, so that's what it is. That's what my practices are going to help you do, Mariah. They're going to help you do that. So it's really about knowing what it feels like to be in flow with this moment versus not being in flow with this moment. It's a practice, right? So it's really about settling yourself down into this moment whenever you're finding that like discomfort pop up, not running from that discomfort and just relaxing your body into that discomfort. That's really what the practice. It's most of us run from that discomfort. We try to avoid it and we get angry. It's not even try to avoid it. Like we get upset, we get frustrated, we attach stories to it. We place meaning on that feeling. But the practice that I talk about most is relaxing into that when that happens and softening your body, not letting it just pass and not being afraid of that moment, right? And the more you do that, the more you're going to start to feel better. It's going to happen less and less. So it's all about, are you flowing with this moment? Are you flowing with this moment? Are you going with this very moment with the life you're living now? Or are you fighting against this moment? Am I resisting this moment? How do you know if you're flowing versus not flowing? Well, you'll start to know the more you do these practices, the more you relax, the more you take breaks from time to time and you move slower and you breathe slower, right? I would say to start maybe a mini meditation practice is really helpful, and do the relaxing practices throughout the day. When a man cheats is our manifestation. When a man cheats is our manifestation. Huh? I don't know what you mean. Yes, because it's all about resistance. it's all about resistance. It's either you're, like I said, it's all about understanding. Being in flow is you being in the present moment. It's the same thing. But you have to do these practices to be, and you'll get better at them, and you'll know, like, there I go, fighting with this moment. I'm too much in my head space again. I'm worrying, I'm doubting, I'm not trusting. I'm making an excuse not to feel good in this moment. We all make excuses not to feel good right now. Well, I can't because my kids are going to need me. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that because of this. Well, just do it. Just do it, right? We're too much in our head space. We're overthinking everything. So doing my practices, which is really simple, doing the relaxing practice again throughout the day of just relax your face, drop your shoulders, and just breathe. I mean, it's so simple, but that practice alone is keeping you in flow. So if you're ever like, I don't know if I'm in flow or not, am I in the present moment or not? Mariah and guys, do this. Drop your jaw. I say drop your jaw, but make sure your teeth ain't clenched. Drop your shoulders. Oh, yes. Yeah, so this is where, like, if your man cheats on you, if someone's cheating on you, do not try to figure that out or where that came from. It could be a million reasons why that happened. Remember, the story doesn't matter. It manifested in some way, shape, or form. There's a million reasons why it could have happened to you. Who cares? You're moving forward now. You're moving towards best and better. See, this is the thing. We're never trying to figure out why. We're never trying to figure out why it happened or how it happened, because you can go back to him. Because the story doesn't matter. The fact that it doesn't matter. It's now I know I'm moving towards best and better, and that's it. That's it. I'm now moving towards best and better. I'm moving towards a healthy relationship with myself and somebody. And that's it. That's it, right? You don't ever want to go back to figure out why, because you'll never get to the end of it. You'll never get to the end of anything. No, because you keep on when you start to feel good, everything comes in right. Life is a mirror. You have to understand how this reality works. Now, if you move on without knowing, why we won't keep manifesting that? Because you start to feel better. And you automatically bring in better. It's the byproduct. It's how this reality works. This reality is a mirror reflecting back to you. Or you can try to figure it out. Go ahead. You don't have to do my practices. I just offer my practices to you guys. Like I said, I offer what works. And I teach how this reality works, and I give you guys these practices and reminders. But you don't have to do it this way. If you want to try to figure things out, go ahead. Go for it. That's one thing I won't do. I won't force this on anyone. How do you still live from the end and date others? How do you live from the end? Well, you're not living in the end. You're living in the now. There's no living in the end. There's no living in the end. Everything you want is done. Your most abundant life is happening now. Your most amazing life is happening now. There only is now. You're just making the best of where you're at now. So, what feels best now? Does dating really feel best for you right now? Does that feel good to you? Then date. You're going out. You're just you're not marrying someone. Go out and go on a date. You're not doing anything wrong. It's if you think you're doing something wrong. That's up to you, right? But are you doing it because you need to fill a void? Just be honest with yourself. You have to always be able to be honest with yourself in those moments. My practices are not living in the end. You're not living in the end. So this is because you're probably consuming too much information outside of you. There only is now. You're living in the now. Your most abundant life is happening now. I'm helping you become abundant now. And everything will manifest, right? Guys, there only is now. There's no end to any of this. There only is now. You're finding happiness now. Everything will manifest that way. We know more now. We know more now when it comes to manifesting and how this reality works, right? It's the knowledge. It's the knowing in this moment. It's the knowing that every possible reality exists in this moment. Your most abundant life is happening now, because there only is now. So I can tell you right now that most people, the reason why they have that gap is because you're consuming way too much information. You're consuming way too much information. So now you have all this stuff of like all these manifesting ways and you have this space. If you just told yourself over and over again that my most abundant life is happening now because there only is now, my best timeline is happening now, and you just repeat it that over and over again, your life would shift dramatically. It would shift dramatically, but you're too consumed by outside information and needing validation and, doing things to manifest and focusing on a manifestation. You're giving your energy and power away to so much stuff outside of you. Okay? So it's really a knowing and understanding of how this all works. Hi, Heather. Thanks, Heather. So do we focus on relaxing until we stop feeling resistance to our desire? Pretty much, yes. Pretty much. So the more you relax in this moment when you don't feel good in regards to anything, and the more you do the relaxing practices, and the more you settle yourself down into this moment, and you start making the best of this moment and feeling good with this moment, you will release resistance around your manifestations. Yes. So yes, that's accurate. But also in regards to anything else you may have resistance around that you didn't even realize. That's why I say many things start to manifest when you do these practices, not just manifestations that you are specific around, right? Many things start to manifest. You're focusing because now you're happy, now you're feeling good, right? So now you're perceiving life differently in a more positive way. You're releasing negative and replacing it with positive. That's my practice, to where you're more on the other side of the want it in your life. You're focused on positives. You have better belief systems now. You're dropping all the fear-based belief systems, right? And that also means your manifestations start to come in. Is pleasure. Yeah, so no, I mean, I love, I always say, Jeremy, literally eating food. I love it. When I sit there and eat something delicious, that to me is pleasurable, right? So no, I believe that that's part of an experience, right? It's just when it becomes you're doing it to fill a void. So it takes a lot of awareness, and we know, Jeremy, when you're doing something to fill a void versus I'm just really enjoying this. This is so nice. This is a great experience, right? The more you feel better on your own, though, you'll notice those differences. I don't even have the feeling to visualize anymore. I don't think a lot about him anymore. What now? Well, I don't teach manifesting that way. You're doing things to manifest. That's not what I teach. So you're saying I don't want to visualize anymore. I'm tired of doing well, you're just tired of it. So yeah, it's probably going to manifest, but again, just keep focusing on feeling good now. You got to feel good now, because if you don't feel good now, this manifestation is not going to make you feel good. Always know that. And in your question, I feel like you're still in a little bit of lack because you're still questioning it. You're still doubting it. It's well, then you're good, because my practices don't talk about this. My practices are, if you're feeling good now, that's all that matters. Are you feeling good now? That's my question to you, B. Because that's all that matters to me, is if you're feeling good now. The manifestations, they will be the byproduct of all this, my practices. But I'm not concerned about your manifestation, and you shouldn't be either. You should be just at a place where you're I'm just happy now. I'm at peace now. I feel good now, right? I feel fulfilled now. Do we have to believe that we are in our best timeline right now? Because no, you don't. That's the thing. That's the point. That's the point, though. You don't have to believe that you're in your best timeline now. There's resistance in that. You just have to know that your best timeline exists now. So just listen to the way I'm saying it right now. Your best timeline exists right now. Your best timeline exists right now because every possible reality exists right now. So your best timeline, your best life is happening right now because every possible reality exists right now. That's enough. There's no resistance in that because it's the truth, right? It's the truth. So just say that. So guys, it's all on how you say things. That's why we don't just splurt out affirmations that you're getting from teachers and you're getting from coaches. oh yeah, like just do what he says, this affirmation over and over. No, because you got to do what works for you. I can say my most abundant timeline is happening right now because I believe it, right? But at first I didn't. So you have to say, you just have to know that my best timeline is happening right now. You get what I'm saying? You get the difference? Guys, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. It's 7:45 if you want to start opening your eyes. Okay? Love you. Lulu, you look so funny. You look so funny. Okay. Yeah, but see, there's too much, your question is too focused on a manifestation. So I don't even want to talk about, like, I won't even go there with you. Because right now, you got to, you're way, 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 way too focused on getting a manifestation to feel better. You're way too focused on, will I get it? And I won't go there. I won't go there. So my biggest thing, guys, is it doesn't hurt with me. I'm going to speak my truth and how this works because I want you guys to feel good. To know how easy this is. I want you guys to know, and of course this keeps going red. To know how easy this is. I want you guys to know, and of course this keeps going red. It keeps on going in and out, my connection. So my practice is helping you feel good now. And that's what matters to me. So like I said, if people don't resonate with me, that does not hurt my feelings at all. I'm fine with that. I only want people that are ready to ready for this, to know that feeling good is the answer. And you only need to feel good in order to bring everything in the best way possible. I started to manifest without doing much last night at 40C dinner became free for me. Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, that starts to happen. Oh, I got a southern voice all of a sudden. So for me, like, I don't even request those things or search for those things. They just happen. It's just right timing for me. When you're in flow, those things happen. When you're not even looking for those things, it just happens. Like, things are just free. You just go at the right time. They made you a free drink. I always get a free drink because they make my drink wrong. When I go to the My Tannin Salon, it seems to always be free on the days I go. They're running a special. I'm not looking for it, though. I'm not even asking for it. I'm not manifesting it. I'm not affirming it. It's just I'm always in flow. So things are always working out for me. Things always go my way, right? So that's my practice. My practice is getting you guys to be in flow so you can see that everything's always working out for you. Everything's happening for you, right? But that is fun, Ellie. Oh, Steven, I can hear him. That boy. So you really just want to keep on focusing on yourself and feeling good. Like, that is the key. Hi, Claudia. I remember when I was in the beginning of understanding this stuff, I wanted to show my kids, and someone cut me off at the drive-thru, and I was like, because I was positive and I was in this high energy, I was like, I bet this person's going to pay for our whole order, and they did. And I was like, see, and I was literally talking to them about manifestation. It was such a cool experience. Oh, thanks, Claudia. Hi, Martin. Feeling good is regular. Yes. So that's what it's going to happen. So the more you do the practices, the more you do my practices, you are regulating your nervous system. You're settling yourself down. You're calming yourself down. All those practices. The byproduct is feeling good. But just always know feeling good. It's not just what people think. I think feeling good has like this one one road. Oh, I'm always feeling good. No, no, no. Like I feel good right now, guys. I'm in flow right now, right? So feeling good means you're at peace. Feeling good, yes, at times means you're super happy and you're just like in this high energy. Feeling good means maybe I'm just really relaxed right now. So feeling good can mean a lot of things, right? So it's more, that's why I like the word flow. I like the word flow better than feeling good, because when you're in flow, everything's just working out for you. Everything's just flowing. You're very relaxed. You feel light, right? Everything's running smooth, right? So like that's why I like the word flow. You're not fighting against this movement. You're flowing with this movement. That's why I like the word flow. You're not fighting against this movement. You're flowing with this movement. So like if something pops up that feels like a little off and you're like, "Ooh, wait a minute. This isn't running smooth." You know that you just have to go with it, and you remind yourself just to go with it and it'll work itself out, right? So you kind of get what I mean? So that's why I like the word flow better than feeling good. I want to gain confidence and work on trusting myself. How do I? All my practices will help you, Mariah. That's all my practice is. That's all it is. That's all you're doing. So it's just knowing you're moving towards that now, because every possible reality exists, right? Every possible reality, every aspect of your life, it exists now. Best version of it. You're moving towards that now. You're moving towards that now. So it really comes down to Mariah's feeling good no matter what's happening around you. That's what's going to build that confidence, right? That's what's going to bring in more things that are in alignment with you. So you, like, I'm good at this. That's why I seem so confident, because I know what I'm talking about and I'm really good at it, and I've been doing it for a while. This is in alignment with me. This is something I love to do. So I come all very confident when I'm talking about this stuff, right? So that's because I'm in alignment with it. So the more you do these practices, you start to bring in things that are more in alignment with you, and you start to exude that confidence, and you can feel good no matter what's happening around you. Little things don't trigger you, right? It's not like, oh, that just set me off. Now I'm falling back into those old patterns. No, no, no. You're like, nothing's going to take me out of flow. Not a little comment on here of someone telling me I'm, whatever people say, and that's not going to take me out of alignment. Come on now. Like, I would never let something like that take me out of alignment. So that's what it is. It's about doing these practices enough to where you're like, nothing will stop you from being in that flow. So when you're in that flow, you're confident. You're confident. Exactly, Claudia, right? And you know what, Claudia, and guys, like Claudia said, and Claudia is like so dedicated to these practices, and her life has changed dramatically, right? And she said, I reacted today and I reminded myself I can't make a mistake. And that's the thing. The more you do these practices, you realign so much quicker. So like, it doesn't mean you're not going to react, because you're human. You're human, and you're living in this experience where things do trigger us, right? Trigger us. You're going to react from time to time, but you realign so much quicker. You don't get lost in it, right? So she knew right away. She reminded herself, duh, I can't make a mistake. There only is this moment. So she was able to move past it so much quicker. That's what starts to happen. There only is this moment, and it's all about forward movement. We're never going back. So who cares what happened a second ago? There only is this moment. And you get better at moving forward and not sticking to those things that just happened a second ago that caused a little reaction out of you. I'm not a psychic, but you are. You're a psychic. So you just asked the question, Nikki, and I'm assuming you thought I was a psychic. Is Steve happy in our relationship? Well, what do you think? Because it's your reality, and you're having your own experience. So you know the answer to that. You know the answer to that. Always remember that. If you're ever seeking validation outside of you and you're looking for the answers, go within and say, I know where I'm at, right? I'm moving towards best and better, and I know where I'm at in this moment. You know what? I'm not ready for this relationship. Maybe I need to work on myself and feel validation outside of you again. The answers are all within. The best answers are all within. Hold on, Stephen. Hold on, Stephen. This boy. Come on in, son. Come on in, son. All right. Oh, you know what? I'm going to jump off, guys, because all my animals are waking up. Oh, wait, I'm not on green. I'm going to jump off because all my animals are waking up. My kids are starting to wake up, and because we're heading out today. I listened along. I don't know. I'm not sure if I will be back on today because I'm not going to be home today. Maybe later, maybe not. We'll see. So if I don't see you guys, it does, Claudia. I love that message. Claudia just said the situation fixed itself and it all worked. It went better than she expected. So she, like I said, she's been dedicated to these practices. So like literally that's how you have to be. Like you're a perfect example, Claudia. Like you got to be positive. You always got to keep being positive and you got to keep practicing positive. Bye, Cece. Bye, guys. Bye, Claudia. Have a great day, everyone. I hope it's not too cold. I'm going to be extra bundled today. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.